Charlo, Castano, the second fight is announced. Actually, today or yesterday it was announced it's going to happen in February. What tactics would this change differently so you don't leave it to the judges? Because we know the last one, it was a tough fight.
And you can say what you feel.
No. It was a tough fight for both. It was a tough fight, and honestly, it's like we didn't expect Castano to come out the way he did, and you know, it was kind of hard to take him out of the.
Castano only did what Jermell let him do. Because if you look at the fight, go back and watch whatever. When Jermell was throwing punches, Castano was running and moving away. He only threw punches when Jermell stood there in a particular pose, and that's the only time he threw punches. So I mean, I think that in the last 4 rounds, when Jermell was on him, I told him he was behind on the cards. He was trying to run for dear life because Jermell was on him. So I think that, you know, I just think you just got to jump out there, jump on him, and fight your fight. Whatever the fight is, fight your fight.
So for sure, we're gonna expect a knockout going into February.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that, man. You know, I'm like Kenny Porter, depending on what happens in training camp.
Now, I'll be honest, I'm a little late with this announcement, but this is something that I am so looking forward to see. Out of all the great fights we had so far this year, with the year winding down, this might have been the best fight. I mean, even over Pacquiao, Ugas, even maybe even over Wilder and Fury, even though that was a hell of a fight. I don't know. I'll say Wilder and Fury might be the top one. But it was a lot of good fights, and this is right up there with them. So this will be a great way to start off the year. Now, the question that was asked to Derrick James, you know, what would you do different? What strategy would you bring? I'm paraphrasing a little bit. And he said something that was very interesting. He said, as long as Jermell is busy and coming forward, then, you know, basically it's easy work. And to a certain degree, I kind of agree with that based off what I've seen. It seems like the man that wasn't being busy was getting dominated. So I don't want to just say it from Jermell's end. I can say it from Castano's end too. When Castano wasn't busy, Jermell dominated him. He attacked. When Jermell wasn't busy, Castano attacked. And and that's when he had his best moments. And somewhere in between, you had a few moments where they both was trying to attack at the same time. But normally, that's after somebody got hurt and they was trying to get some payback. So to me, it's going to be an interesting fight. Now, we almost didn't get this because I think it was the IBF. They ordered Jermell Charlo to fight up against.
Who the f is that guy? Who the f is that?
Fortunately, for whatever reason, that fight was pulled off the table, and they allowed us to get this rematch. Because, I mean, like I said, this fight was about as exciting as it's going to get. Jermell Charlo got to keep his back off the ropes. During that fight, that's where Castano did his most damage. And I thought Jermell did his most damage in the middle of the ring. So to me, it's going to be a battle of wills, kind of like what we saw in the first fight. I thought Castano kept a lot of pressure on Jermell, and Jermell was going backwards a lot, and he fought pretty good doing so, but I just felt like that favored Castano. He was putting himself in a position where Castano could do his best work because he's a come forward fighter, and you let him come forward. Jermell at that time was knocking everybody out. And he was coming forward doing so, stalking his opponents and basically, busting them up. So it was a little surprising to see him try to play more of a counterpunch role. And I don't even think that was part of the game plan, because if you listen to Derrick James when they was in the corner, it seemed like he wanted him to use his jab more and to come forward more and definitely keep his back off the ropes. So I think it's going to be a great fight. I tried to tell people going into the fight, Castano wasn't no pushover. He had just as much title fight experience as Jermell Charlo did. Only difference was Jermell was in, I'll say, bigger fights and Castano might have been fighting for lesser belts. And when I say lesser belts, I mean for the WBO record. You know, because he held that for a couple fights. But I think going into the fight, Jermell had like 8 championship fights, and I think Castano might have had like 5 or 6. So it was more closer than what people would think far as championship experience. But Castano ain't new to this. I'll put it that way. When it comes to big fights, people just wasn't paying attention to him. But that's pretty much all I got. This head busting boxes on Fight Doctor. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you think, man. I'm so excited to see we got this fight early in the year. As far as I'm concerned, you know, this is up there with the Crawford Spence fight. I really think you have the 2 best guys at 154 fighting each other, and hopefully we'll get it right this time, and we'll walk out with a champion undisputed at 154. And that's pretty much all I got. This head busting boxes on Fight Doctor. I am out.